Hello and welcome to another episode of Another Fat Guy Cooks. I am your fat guy, Andy Baker, and today we are going to be doing French onion soup, which is going to be delicious, but we're going to try and get it done pretty quick, because I don't want to be in here, because it's really fucking cold. Alright, let's go.
Another lost day, another lost year, another chopped onion to cover up the tears, another dream dead, another loss on the books, another fat guy cooks.
So, it may come as a bit of a shock to know that French onion soup is mainly onions. So let's fucking cut up a load of onions, shall we? We have 3 large onions ready to go. Same as when we did our laxa soup. We're just going to bang our Ninja Foodi on sear saute. We're going to start him off on high, and then we're going to drop him down to medium, and then it just turns this thing into a giant pan or a crock pot or whatever, and you can just bang your stuff in it. So first thing we need to go in there is yeah, I'll do. So knob of butter, that's about maybe two tablespoons of butter. What we're looking to do is to caramelize our onions, but we're going to do it the nice, slow, proper way. We're not going to add sugar to it. We're just going to let them break down and get all jammy and nice and sticky and sweet the old-fashioned way, which is just by fucking cooking them for ages. Once your butter's melting or melted, just make sure the bottom's all covered. There we go. And then we're going to throw in our onions. So as soon as the onions start seeming like they're getting sort of brown, or if they're starting to like burn or whatever, you want to turn it right down, get it down to like medium, and then stir it every couple of minutes, and keep doing that until you get the right consistency. Takes a while, alright? Okay, so we're just going to move these around, and we're also going to throw in maybe, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Use good stuff if you can get it. And another thing that we can do to help speed this up a little bit is just throw in a big pinch of salt, because that'll help the onions release some of their moisture. This isn't a really complicated one at all. This is because honestly I did the Sage Francis episode last week and I rushed to get all that done, and it was fucking complicated and knackered me out a little bit. And I'm currently in the middle of recording the next Crime and Nourishment episode with the secret special guest, and I kind of just needed a break this week. So this week's episode is going to be nice and quick and simple and punchy, and isn't going to stress me out too much. So I should be able to get all this done nice and easy. If you look down into the description down below, I have put a little wish list down that's full of hot sauces. The plan is that you guys buy me whichever hot sauce you want to buy me. I'll try them all on an episode. I'll ruin my mouth and face and probably touch my eyes and hurt myself and hate life and maybe die, and you'll find it hilarious, and you'll have got to contribute because you'll have got to buy the hot sauces. And I don't know, the one that it tastes the best, maybe I'll send you a little prize out, maybe a t-shirt with another Fat Guy Cooks logo on it or something. So like the hottest one, maybe the nicest one, and the one with the coolest bottle, something like that. So we'll get you some t-shirts made with my stupid logo, and we'll send those out to you for those 3. So yeah, go and have a look at the wish list. send me some stupid hot sauce. If the hot sauce you want to send me isn't on the wish list, then let me know on Twitter or in the comments, and I'll either give you my address so you can just send me something direct, or put it on the list, or whatever. So we'll figure it out. And they don't have to be expensive. They're just you know, I think they're like £5-6 a bottle, something like that. And the only reason I'm doing it is because I don't want to have to pay for my own demise. It just seems, you know, like double jeopardy to have to pay for the shit that's also going to ruin my fucking week. So, you know, you fuckers can pay for it. So we don't want them burning to the bottom of the pan. That would fuck this up completely. But what we do want is for them to start leaving like a nice brown layer of caramel onion gunk on the bottom, called fond, and then that, when we deglaze it with some wine in a bit, we'll get into our sauce and into our soup, and that's what makes it taste really deep and tasty and flavourful and all of those things. So that's what we're aiming for anyway. Okay, I'm going to go away and come back when this is done, but I'm literally going to do nothing else to this apart from stir it every couple of minutes. So I'll be right back. As you should be able to see from the other camera angle, we've got a nice brown layer of shit stuck to the bottom of the pan. Everything's nice and jammy and caramelized and sticky. All looking really good. Most of the moisture is now out of the onions. So what we're going to do now is deglaze our pan. Depending on what kind of pan you've used, you may have loads of shit stuck to the bottom. Or like me, not that much, because like it's a really good fucking bit of kit and it's non-stick as fuck, but you know. So we're gonna get some wine. Never cook with wine you wouldn't drink. This is quite a nice Pinot Grigio. Yeah, it's not that nice, like a £6 bottle of wine, but it's coming back in the house with me after I do this. I want about a cup-ish. About that much. So we're just going to use that to get all of the stuff off the bottom of the pan and off the sides. And then we're going to add in about 1.5 to 2 cups of beef stock to flavour. I'm using this stuff from Sainsbury's because it's really fucking good. Make your own, don't buy it, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to add that in. Completely forgot, before you do that beef stock part, you meant to throw in a little bit of flour onto your onions, and what that does is it helps thicken your sauce up. Now I'm going to add it in now, but it's going to clump a little and it's not going to cook off as well, but it will still be fine. But do it before you add your beef stock and before you add your wine. So when your onions are all sticky, sprinkle a bit of, only like a teaspoon to teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of flour over your onions. Let that cook off and then add your other shit. I'm going to do it now. It'll be fine, but yeah, be better than me. So then we're going to leave that to go again for about another 20 minutes. Let it reduce down on medium. We don't want to be boiling it. We just want to cook it through, let those onion flavours get all through. We want to evaporate off some of the alcohol and from the wine, and yeah, just let it go. While that's happening, what we can do is we can get our other bit ready. So what we need is French stick or any kind of long French bread. We want to take maybe 3 nice pieces, like so. I'm going to grab a clove of garlic, nice big one, and then we're just going to rub it, smush it up as much as you can, and then we're just going to rub it, try and get some of the oils from it on both sides of a couple of, well, 3 pieces of bread. Okay, and once you've done that, we get our olive oil, and you just want to rub some olive oil into both sides, like so. Flip them over, and we're going to get our crate maker, which also just works as a cast iron skillet, and we're going to toast our bread on both sides, get a nice crunchy, really perfect like bite on these breads, because they're going to work as giant croutons effectively. Okay, so now's a good time to try your soup. And season appropriately. So we're just going to do some black pepper. A bit more salt. Okay. Then pop your bread on. Let that start toasting. As you can see, it's reduced down nicely. It's got a nice golden brown, sticky, jammy onions, everything looking really tasty and good. So we're just going to flip our bread over. As you can see, this has got a nice crust on it now. Okay, it's time to serve up. You are going to need a bowl. This is a French soup bowl. If you don't have one of these, you're clearly a filthy peasant. Or just use a normal bowl, I guess. But these are great because they look good and they've got a little handle on. I don't know why it doesn't matter. Use whatever you want. How do we do this? Let's just tip it. Okay, you ready? Oh, beautiful. There we go. So, we have our soup there, ready. That might be a bit too much actually. Let's put a little bit back. Bit more. So we've got our 3 big ass croutons, which we can only fit 2 in, which is fine. We'll save that one for later. Smell the garlic coming through. And then the most important part about French onion soup is covering it with cheese. So this is grated Gruyère. We're going to put all of this on here, like so. Try and get as much cheese on it as humanly possible, because that's apparently how French onion soup works. And then we're also just going to give it, to finish it off, a little light dusting of Parm. Just to give it a little bit of a, you know, extra layer to the flavour. Now we're just going to go and throw it under the grill, or the broiler as Americans call it, to melt and brown that cheese off. And we're going to pretend that that broiler is right under here. So we're going to grab this and we're just going to put it under there. When actually I have to go back in the house to do that. And there you go. A beautiful bowl of French onion soup covered in cheese with 2 beautiful croutons on top, and you just poke it down. Oh, it looks amazing. I probably should have taken a good photo of it. I didn't do that. before I just started tearing it to bits. But I don't give a shit. I'd normally bring it over there. I need it up close to the camera, but it's way too hot. But it's just so warming and just sweet and oniony and cheesy. That's it, guys. If it seems like I've kind of phoned it in today for this one, maybe I have a little, but I'm fucking knackered. So that's French onion soup. Make it at home. Another Fat Guy's just cooked. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Another fat guy cooks.